Ando, you do know why you're in my office, right?
Actually, I don't.
It's because of your last exam.
Really? My last exam? What was wrong with it?
For starters, there was this. Why use the kanji for awaken here? You see you wrote awaken right there and then wakes up above it. And what types of things are happening to Tom every morning at 6?
Well, that's a good question, ma'am, but you might want to ask Tom about that.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Funny Pants. I'm actually surprised you could write all the strokes in lamenting or sorrow. And as for the one you used here for dark, it'd be a lot to ask for it to be read correctly. I mean, come on, this one's usually only used for twilight.
Neat, huh?
It wasn't a compliment. There's more, but hell, what's the point? Seriously, though, why go out of your way to use such difficult kanji?
Is it really a problem? I just think it's really cool.
Yeah, well, you got a 92, which kind of pisses me off. I wanted to scratch so much red pen on this that you couldn't see it, but most of your answers were technically correct.
Okay.
I'm over it. Do what you want. From now on, I'm giving all of your tests to Sayumi, and whatever grade she gives you, it is. I'm out of here. Good night.
Ando, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Sagami?
So, what did Miss Satomi want to talk to you about?
Talking me about my last test. So, what are you doing here in the teacher's office?
Yeah, well, I'm just here to see if I can get my sweet, sweet lover back.
Your lover?
Come on, Miss Satomi. You said you give her back after class, and it's after class.
So take it back. You're not supposed to play games during class, understand?
It's more than that. I told you before, this isn't some sort of game. I was nurturing my love.
Both you turds are a total pain in the ass.
Hey, that reminds me of something, dude. I remember you telling me a while back that you were going out with a freshman?
Yeah, that didn't really work out.
Huh? Already?
She dumped me like all the others did. It's crazy. She confesses her love and then splits.
I'm guessing it has something to do with you buying more half-naked girly figures the other day.
No, it was a dating sim, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, that changes everything.
You two fart buddies are interrupting my nap.
Huh?
Come on, Miss Satomi, I'm not any kind of buddies with this clown. That's insulting. I mean, he chooses his anime based on pictures of the voice actors.
Well, yeah, I'm looking for the highest quality experience, you frickin' skid mark. And I am nothing like this LARPing little Chinibio punk. He makes up his own character so he can be in every anime he watches.
I can't understand what either of you dorkwads are saying. You're both huge anime nerds, right?
Not like this, butthole.
Oh my god, I hate this job. Go, get the hell out of my face!
Isn't it about time for your club, Ando?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should get going too. The chick from class 3 texts me and wants to hook up behind the gym.
I'm not gonna ask, so don't even bother telling me.
You're lost.
Yeah. Sayumi, what's up?
Not much. And how are you today?
How long were you standing there? We would have gotten out of your way, you know.
It's all good. It's not like I was watching you and Sagami talking, just to use it as an opening sequence for a boy love fantasy or anything like that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pretend that I didn't hear you say any of that.
Sure, whatevs. Let's head on over to the club room, okay? I'm sure everybody's settled in and they're waiting for us to get started. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. Today is...
Yeah, it's our open period recreation day today.
Yeah!
Oh!
How you like that?
Not good enough, sucker!
What you got?
Yeah, get ready for a return ace! Ooh.
It might help if you didn't try driving it through the net every time, Tomio. Being able to stop time won't help you if you can't get it over.
Yeah, whatever, Ando. Tennis isn't easy, and you got lucky.
Okay, still waiting on that return ace.
Okay, it's coming, buddy, but be careful what you ask for.
Yeah. Like you said, tennis is hard, isn't it?
I guess neither one of us has any real business competing in tennis. We need to beat one of them to know how good we actually are. It makes sense Sayumi has what it takes, but Hatako is a pretty big surprise.
That's because Hatako's middle school had beginners tennis.
Okay, yeah, I guess that means even Hatako's more athletic than us. Nice shot! Ando, what the heck were you looking at?
Nothing! I wasn't looking at anything. I was just noticing how incredibly handy that little pocket is under her skirt.
Pervert!
What? Whatever, this is the kind of underwear it's okay for people to see, right? I mean, they're more like shorts, tiny little wonderful shorts.
Yes, technically it's just an underskirt. But here's the thing. Nobody likes to have anyone just oogling at them.
I am never going to understand how girls work. Of course, we ought to give Chief Yu some thanks for the tennis court at least. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. She made the entire thing herself, right down to the rackets. Okay, you guys. Do you want to go ahead and switch partners? Here it comes, Jukun!
Prepare for your personal tennis nightmare. Just do me a favor and don't use any of those overhand serves on me, please.
Okay. Ha! Fireball! I circled low, like you said. That one should have been returnable.
Yeah, by who?
Well, I was just thinking. Since your superpower is fire, I just figured you'd be able to return a flaming ball.
Okay, I guess. Let's find out which one of the two of us is the best fire user around here. What do you say? Behold, the conqueror of chaos. The hellfires of purgatory dance in my abyss. Let the crimson nebula shatter the... I thought I was going to die.
Honestly, you were actually pretty close to it. I'm sorry I set your head on fire.
I had to perform another restoration for no reason.
Yeah, but there's nothing like a good old near-death experience to inspire a brand new nickname.
Captain falls down and never gets up again.
I'd still be a pile of ashes if that was true. I was thinking of this.
Ooh, it's the diary of his dark, dorky history.
It's not a diary, it's my bloody Bible.
I'm not sure about that. Take a look at your English.
Oh.
You don't spell Bible that way, doofus.
What?
Hello, it's spelled B-I-B-L-E. What you have here is a French verb meaning to live. Duh.
Hey, wait! I wouldn't have spelled it that way if the president of the literature club hadn't told me that's the way it's spelled in the first place.
Sorry, Hondo.
Laughing? You're kidding me! I cannot believe you!
I'm so sorry. It was an accident, I swear. Sorry, but those two aren't even close. Don't blame someone else. So now it's essentially saying that people are living a life all covered in blood. I thought it meant something like after you got bloodied up at tennis, you were going to the blood bank and you wanted to make sure you got the same blood type as your family. Guys, why don't we do some karaoke today?
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it does.
But if Ando's coming, I think I'll pass.
Huh?
I hear you on that one.
What? Why not?
Please, because it's you.
Yeah.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. This is bad. I can't find my bloody Bible anywhere.
Huh? Your nerd diary's missing?
Don't call it that! I wanted to record the new nickname I just came up with, but I forgot where I put it!
How many nicknames do you think you come up with in a day anyway?
Oh, crap. Just go without me. I've got to keep on looking for it.
So I guess that means we're all heading home?
It looks that way.
Ando could be really scatterbrained at times, you know that? It's not like he needs to panic about a few nicknames. He'll come up with a bunch more in a few days anyway. He's always been into nicknames. Uh-huh. It reminds me of something from elementary school. We were in the same class back then. A lot of kids called me Shish Kebab Girl. My last name is Kushikawa. Not only does it kind of sort of sound the same, but it roughly translates to spear and body. I know it's silly, but it really used to bother me. But then Jukun said, "You've been given a really lousy nickname." So he thought up another one for me right then and there. And then he told me my name was Fire Phoenix. And everyone else was like, "You're kidding, right? If you gotta do some lame manga crap like that, we'll just call you Hadako." Anyway, turns out that was the end of Shish Kebab Girl. Hadako, do you think there's a possibility that Ando had something else in mind when he did that for you? I mean, you know how he is. I really don't think he was being too deep. I mean, he got really sad when all the other kids said the nickname he came up with sounded like it was something out of a bad manga, but it was just him. In any case, Jukun ended up saving me from a whole lot of teasing from then on.
Yeah, he did.
Huh?
We all know Ando's pretty much a bonehead and everything, but he's a really good guy when you take the time to think about it. When I first got my power, the root of origin, the power to restore anything was really intriguing to me. And naturally, the first thing I thought of was probably the first thing anyone would think. Could I use this new power of mine to bring people back from the dead? Ando stopped me from the temptation of actually trying it.
Huh?
Listen, Sayumi, whatever you do, don't try bringing any people back to life. Seriously, don't even try it with animals. Whether you can do it or not doesn't make a difference. It just shouldn't happen.
I didn't understand then, but I do now. Resurrecting the dead is not right, and it's a power no one in this world should have. even if I tried it and happened to succeed, I'm not sure I could cope with what I might have unleashed.
He told me something too. He told me that I should never use my powers to create life. He really is looking out for us. The way he's helped us be responsible with our powers is proof of that.
Yeah, true. He spent a lot more time thinking about what our powers can do than we have, that's for sure. Analyzed them, studied them, figuring out what the full scope of our powers are. On top of that, he went out of his way to give us special names for them. They're lame and Chunibyo, but they're sweet.
Half of your powers belong to me now. While you were wondering how to use them, I've bound them to me with their names.
And he's bearing half of our burdens, too. Heh, you're overthinking this. Ando doesn't have that much mental capacity.
Yeah. The only thing Ando thinks much about are settings for all his fantasy weirdness.
Ando's Captain Chunibyo.
Yep, you got it, Chifu. A Major League Dingleberry.
What am I doing wasting time here?
I don't suppose this is your notebook? You seem to be quite attached to it.
Yeah, well, okay, it's mine. Honest.
And I'm guessing this is your name written inside the cover? Guiltia Sin Jirai?
Yeah, that's me.
Now that's an interesting name. Guiltia infers guilt, as in a crime, and sin also brings to mind some wrongdoing. The double meaning gives it depth. Sins are crimes against God. That's a level of evil greater than one can atone for. And also, Guiltia can harbor references to the paradises of Arcadia and Utopia, sinful nirvana, and if that wasn't all, accursed thunder is a part of it as well. It makes my hair stand up. Ooh, what a coincidence. I happen to have something that's rather close to it. I'm referring to this as the record of the reverse crusade.
You mean reverse crux? An upside-down cross? The cross of the fallen, a symbol of rebellion against God? Who in the world are you?
My name is Kiryu Heldkaiser Lucifer First. Although in this world I go by the temporary moniker of Hajime.
Heldkaiser is a play on Hell and Kaiser, the Emperor of Hell, or Hell Caesar if you prefer. Lucifer is Lucifer, the morning star, loved but eventually a fallen angel. Every part of that name symbolizes the rebellion against God. Magnificent!
You're pretty cool yourself. Goodness, I thought I was just gonna play with you guys, but instead I found someone who's got it. Right, Guiltia Sin Jirai.
Now that you mention it, our meeting was predestined, wasn't it? Master Kiryu Heldkaiser Lucifer. So what do you mean play with us? What are you visiting the literature club for?
Well, I was a member when I was in school.
You serious about that? This really feels like we were destined to meet.
Excuse me. I need to take this. It's me, Lydia. What do you need? Now, hang on a second. Isn't that something your people on the War Management Committee are supposed to be taking care of on your own without getting my people mixed up in your mess? You're obviously not trying to negotiate an armistice with anyone posing a threat to your little war council. You're going to crush them the first chance they give you. You're not fooling anyone, and it's disgusting. Whatever. I was probably gonna have to take out the stupid little ingrates myself the longer all this went on. They need to know who the real emperor of this battlefield is. I think they need a reminder. Power like God? Can I stop you if I've heard that one before? No, seriously. The bigger the mouth, the more I want to put my fist right through it. They can kiss my ass! Apologies. Some pesky business back at the office.
Okay, we'll just leave it at that then.
What was it we were talking about? Oh yeah, giving Chuny names to things.
Yeah, that's right.
Huh. What's the problem? You look a little depressed.
It's kind of hard to say. So, Mr. Kiryu, do you really think a guy like me is a Chunibyo?
Well, let me ask you this. How would you define Chunibyo?
I guess I would say it's me not lying about the kind of person I want to be.
Okay, I'll buy that. A little vague, but I'll buy it. There are different ways to be Chunibyo, but they all start the same. The root is self-denial. It involves a person creating a different version of themselves and a different world for themselves to live in. But here's the funny thing. It's because you want other people to accept you. You want to be someone else, but you want everybody else to like you for who you really are. A bitter self-denial with the hope of it creating a likable version of yourself.
So it's an unresolved paradox.
An endless paradox.
What? What do you mean?
Ando, is that you?
Oh, hey, Tomio. What are you doing here?
I dropped by to get in some studying this afternoon. This restaurant's always been pretty calm and quiet. So, did Did you manage to find your diary yet?
I told you several times to stop calling it that, all right? He found it.
Long time no see, endless paradox.
How do you know my brother?
What? He's your brother?
Don't say that! Kiryu held Kaiser Lucid first, Kei!
So you finally made it back.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well you could have called me at least.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I see you haven't changed any. Seriously, Hajime, why don't you just come home already?
Not happening.
Everyone's worried about you. Even Dad isn't mad anymore.
I said I'm not gonna do it. Go ahead and tell Dad something for me. Make sure he covers my rent this month, and my groceries too. Please.
Hard to be a freeloader and sound cool, right, bro?
I think we're done here. The two of us can pick this up some other time. See ya, Guiltia. And this could have been a wonderful reunion, too. Such a shame. One other thing, Jirai.
Huh?
I almost forgot to tell you about this. A state of mind's a weapon. Depending on how you see the world, you could end up toppling heaven itself. Lucifer's Strike. That happens to be my other devilish alias, with the power to shatter the world. Dark and dark. One of these days, the wheels of fate will turn round and bring us face to face again, guilty as Sin Jirai. I look forward to that moment.
So, like, was that guy really your older brother?
Not that I like to admit it.
It's not all bad. Endless Paradox is kinda cool. He came up with that name, right?
Yeah, he made that nickname up for me a while back. I really didn't know what in the world he was doing at the time when he made that crap up. It did make a lot of sense. But I'm sure you can probably figure it out.
Wait, you're a Kanzaki and his last name is Kiryu.
We've got the same dad, but different mothers. It's just one of those things that Hajime insisted on. Kiryu just happens to be his mother's family name. He lived with me and my dad ever since we were kids. He just had this thing for his mom, and so he wanted to keep her name.
Sounds kinda complicated.
You want to know?
You wanna talk about it?
I guess I really don't.
Well, works for me.
Yeah. The thing about Hajime was, he was amazing at everything he tried to do. Not just book smart, but smart, great at athletics, and he was always like first or second on national tests. He was in the same lit club we are, and also managed to run in the national track meet too.
That's really something, Tomio.
Then, a year ago, he just quit college without saying anything other than this whole world is messed up and wrong, and then he moved out of the house.
Man, that's kinda crazy.
So, Ando, I'm sure you couldn't help but notice that Hajime referred to you as Dark and Dark when he was talking to you.
Yeah, he did.
Why do you think he'd call you that? You didn't tell him, did you?
Oh, heck no way. Give me some credit.
Maybe this once.
Wanna know something else he's good at? He ordered a lot of food and left me to pay it.
I am so sorry. He does that.
I'm home.
Huh? Hey, Chifu, what's up?
Hi, Hondo. Nothing much.
So, what are you doing out here in front of the high school campus? Are you waiting for Miss Satomi? Why aren't you at your school? You're gonna be late if you don't get going pretty soon, you know?
I won't be late for class. I don't think it's necessary for me to go to school anymore. I'm quitting. I no longer require any more schooling.
Don't you have any friends at your school, Chifu?
I have a best friend.
Really? What are they like?
I'm not going to tell you, Hondo.
Next time on When Supernatural Battles Became Commonplace, Capricious Lady.